Hey guys, Joe here with Joe's Disc Golf, and I've got a special treat with a review of the EV-7 Penrose. Fantastic thing. Let's see if I can get a graphic up right here so you can see a better look at this thing. It is a great disc. I played a round yesterday with it, throwing it along with some of my other shots just to see how it would do on the putt and approach, and I gotta say, this thing is crazy, crazy overstable for a putter. I got this thinking it would be somewhat near my Judge, you know, maybe something like that, maybe a little more stable. No. Judge is basically straight, even though it is slightly overstable in my opinion. I ended up comparing it more towards the Slammer than I would the Judge. Now, the big difference between the two, if you are familiar with the Slammer, very overstable putt and approach, discontinued by dynamic discs, but still a very good disc. I have a couple of these. The Slammer is great. It is a speed 3, while the Penrose is a speed 2, significantly more glide. But when I throw these, and you'll see this here in the footage later, that the Slammer and the Penrose have a very similar flight path. However, on average, the Penrose does go farther by about 40 to 50 feet because of the extra glide, but that's the way it was designed. Let's take this out into the field and see how both of these discs, and we'll throw in the Judge, just to see for a comparison. Let's see how they fly. Okay, so first up I'm throwing the Judge, and as you can see, it's a pretty straight flight, turns over a bit to the right, but not too bad. It was a very calm day when I was throwing these. Now with the Penrose, you can see that that went straight, and then here at the end, it does hook up pretty hard. It does have a good solid fade. Now what you can't see when I'm throwing the Slammers, I'm putting a lot more effort to get this in. The distances here, where the Slammer was the shortest, the Penrose and the Judge were about the same distance, but the Penrose went farther. Now throwing back at the camera, you can see I turned over the Judge a bit. There was a slight gust of wind, and it really took it over. The Penrose, on the other hand, I just let that go early, and I could not get a good throw for whatever reason. My footing was pretty terrible. However, it went pretty well. The Slammer right here died the shortest, clearly. Studio Joe here with just a couple finishing thoughts here before I kick it back out to Fieldwork Joe. The Penrose was able to handle the couple different breezes and gusts that came through when I was throwing. These were maybe 5 miles an hour, nothing all that crazy, nothing that would really drastically change a flight, that I still feel comfortable saying what I did in the video. It's just that the Penrose was able to handle this so much better. The Slammer was able to handle this so much better. The Judge, you know, it kind of turned over a bit and drifted on me, and it would have really seriously affected my throw if I was trying to do something with accuracy rather than just pure distance. In terms of distance, the Penrose and the Judge flew about the same distance. That was anywhere from about 225 to 275 feet, give or take in there. The Slammer only flew 200-ish, and I had to put a lot more work to get that Slammer to go that distance. However, when you look at the fade and when I threw them on the same line, they were able to finish in the same spot, just, 50 feet apart. So this is a beautiful pairing here. So let me throw it back out to Fieldwork Joe to finish out this video. All right, so what do you get when you cross a dynamic disc Judge and a dynamic disc Slammer? You get the Penrose. I believe that this is the spiritual love child of the two discs. The glide on this thing is awesome. It was very easy to throw it about the same distance as my Judge. However, I also felt like I still had a lot of control over it, where the Judge can sometimes in slightly windier conditions really turn over and just carry off to the right on a backhand most of the times. I feel like I turn it over a lot. Where the Slammer, now I do, as I've mentioned, I do like that as my headwind putter, where it will go straight at the basket and I don't have to worry. It does not have a lot of glide, but it is far more controllable, more reliable in the wind. This, I can see why Drew Gibson loves this disc. It is a fantastic disc. If you want to be a putter thrower, this is a disc you should look at. This is a fantastic disc. If I was not Team Trilogy, this would be something I'd throw in my bag, but I'm Team Trilogy. I love the Trilogy plastic. I think this is something that West Side Latitude 64 dynamic disc, someone needs to look at and make their version. Let's face it, whether it's Innova, Dynamic, Latitude 64, Discmania, they all have different versions of very similar discs. And I think that this is something that is sorely missing. This, by EV-7, the Penrose, is a fantastic disc. They do sell this in more premium plastic. I got this in the OG Soft, which is actually, it feels pretty firm. I would compare this to a classic blend Judge, or even just my classic plastic Slammer. It's very firm plastic. I don't know how durable it will hold up against the trees, so you might want to look at something even firmer than this. I know they have classic hard, and they have different, more premium plastics, so go ahead, check those out. Thank you for watching. I'm Joe, you're awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Comment below what you think about this. Is this going to replace your putter in your bag? I think this would be my new throwing putter, again, if I was not Team Trilogy. Guys, this is a fantastic disc. Go ahead, check it out. Can't wait to see you all in the next video.